I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fibre of my entire being. How are you feeling? Right now it's 3 AM and I just can't sleep. I'm feeling jet lagged, and I've been contemplating service to others, and I wanted to share with you right now what I've been contemplating, because I feel this is so important. There's lots of people that are in service to others, and being in service to others is absolutely amazing. We should be, or a part of us should be, in service to others, to humanity, to Mother Earth, to the planet, to our global human family. On the flip side of the coin, being in service to others can be the biggest cop-outs, the biggest get-out that there is. What do I mean by this? Well, there's lots of people out there living on this planet, in this world, in this environment, and they're helping the planet, they're picking up litter, they're being kind, they're being compassionate, they're doing all of these things to help everybody else. What they're not doing is doing the real work. And the real work is going here, inside their own human hearts, their own cosmic galaxy. By living in service 24/7, all of the time, they're covering up what really needs to be worked on. I see it all the time. People are helping other people because they don't want to face what they need to face within themselves. So they're using this, oh, I'm this spiritual person, I'm this man or woman that does so much good in the world and I help everybody else. But really and truthfully, underneath, I'm in a fucking mess. That's the truth. Now, I'm not saying or suggesting that people shouldn't be in service, because we should all be in service, okay? I live a lot of my life in service to help other people, but at the same time, I go in. I meditate. I go deeper and deeper into my own cosmic heart, because I know there's stuff that needs to be worked on. There's no one here on this planet right now that doesn't have any work to do. Otherwise we wouldn't be here on this planet. Some of that work is external, some of that work is internal. But at the end of the day, what we're doing here on this planet is playing a game of catch-up. Everything has happened. Everything is happening. Everything will happen. All of these timelines are simultaneous, past, present and future. This conversation, this moment that I'm sharing with you right now, I've already shared this with you. You've already watched this video. Our human reality is just catching up with the timelines and the reality patterns that have already unfolded multidimensionally across lots of different space-times. That is what's really happening. So when people are in service to all of these other people in their external reality all of the time, what they're not doing is bouncing through the timelines that they need to bounce through on the inside of themselves, which will inevitably do the outer work. Up above, so below. As within, so without. We need to venture into here. Stop masking what needs to be worked on by pretending and putting on this facade, this egoic self that is commandeering the human body and creating this other illusory identity that I'm this spiritual person that is out there to help and to serve and to this and to that, to be kind, to be compassionate. I live with love and an open heart, and I'm just so amazing because I'm helping so many people. That's great, as long as you're doing the inner work. Don't use it as a mask to cover up what you need to work on. We all need to do the inner work. The inner work is the most important journey. It's the toughest journey to go on, but it's also the most rewarding. When we go in here, it's never easy. There are stumbling blocks, there are roadblocks, there are obstacles, there are diversions. And all of the diversions, the roadblocks, the obstacles that are inside of here, all start in the external reality. But the external reality is also mirrored by the internal reality, because we're co-creating every single facet of our external reality as we move through time and space. We are the co-creators of our own universe. So what we're doing is creating this universe, this reality, this world where there are so many good things but also so many things that aren't nice. And if things are happening in our external reality that we don't like, that's because we've co-created it. And what we're doing is we're mapping the timelines and crossing the borders and the reality patterns through frequency bands of light and information that we don't necessarily need to travel across. However, because of our fear or whatever emotions are on the inside of us that are dictating every single move we make as we play this human game, we travel in certain directions, but not all of those directions are the best directions to travel in. However, even if we do travel in those directions, we're still learning lessons. We're still creating the reality that we're co-creating in the moment, in the eternal now. But we can shift that and change that. Just like we can get rid of this lack of self-worth, like we can get rid of this lack of love, this need to be wanted, this desire to fit into this world, to be a part of the system, to be a part of whatever it is that we're trying to be a part of, because we've been conditioned. And we've grown up with this need to want to be like everybody else, the people we see in films, the people we see on TV, in magazines, in the newspaper. All of these bullshit realities that a lot of the human population feel that they need to coexist like. But all they're doing is setting themselves up for failure. But on the flip side, there is no failure, because everything's just a game. What you need to do is to choose how you're going to play this game. Are you going to live in service of other people and use that to co-create an existence of giving through love and compassion, because you're giving from a space and a place where you're completely full and overabundant with love, joy and harmony, because you're vibrating, you're peaking on the frequency of love, because you've elevated your vibration and you've gone higher and higher and higher? Or are you giving in service to others because you're giving from a place of lack, because you feel a lack of self-worth and you don't want to go in and find out what it is that you need to work on to strip away those belief systems, delineate the reality patterns that you're working across and the frequency bands that you're bouncing between, so you can flow through life, so you can just glide effortlessly, flowing like water, like liquid light, atoms and molecules in continuous movement, flowing through empty space, vibrating on the frequency of unconditional love as you co-create with your brothers and sisters in this human family, playing this human game. You get to choose love or fear. It's your call, my friend. I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fibre of my entire being. Together we really can make this world a much more harmonious place. But it starts inside of your heart. You've got to journey in here. Go deeper and deeper and deeper, my friends. I love you. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel now. Please share these videos with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones. Together, we really can create harmony, joy, divinity, peace. A compassionate world where everybody shares and cares, where the planet's resources are shared equally between all men, women and children. A world where the pyramid of life is turned on its head, where the people have the power, where we shine our lights into infinite space, into the galactic core, which isn't out there, it's in here. In here is deeper than the Pacific Ocean, taller than Everest. You are powerful. One love, my friend.